Hey everybody, it's me, Rick Acosta, the Dodger Card Collector, coming to you with another video. Today is Tuesday, October 11th, and we are starting the National League and American League Division Series. Right now, the Braves are currently losing to the Phillies in Game 1, and I'm really surprised about that. And I'm looking forward to tonight's Dodgers-Padres game. Tonight is also the beginning of the NHL season, and I'm really looking forward to this season as I think the Kings are going to have a good season, and they open tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights. So today's video, there's not going to be any cards today. It's a video response for baseball collector Mike, who has surpassed 6,000 subscribers, and he's approaching 1 million views. I know that all of my current subscribers are watching Baseball Collector Mike. If you're not, please follow this guy. He is the first YouTuber I ever followed or subscribed to when I first logged on to YouTube. And I also, he is the first podcast I signed up for, his Golden Age of Cardboard show. Absolutely love it. So if you're a binge watcher, Mike is one of the guys you actually kind of want to watch. He can teach you a lot about this hobby. And he's done some great stuff. I mean, the Hobby Palooza, Chasing Cardboard. He's on Hobby Hotline. The guy's just everywhere. And he has a really nice collection. And also a really nice set of autographs that he likes to display. So congratulations, Mike. Mike asked the question, what are your biggest hobby pet peeves? And I know a lot of you guys have been watching the videos the past week or two. So I'm going to try to keep my list low because a lot of us are going to be repeating each other with the same complaints. So I've made a list, and I would say the first thing I'm not going to complain about is that thank God I'm not a modern card collector, because I don't have to complain about Topps Chrome, Wander Franco, Fanatics, PSA grading modern cards, breakers, parallel cards, rookie cards. I don't have to worry about that stuff. So I'll leave that complaining to the guys that collect the modern stuff. I just collect vintage. All right, I broke this up into a few categories. My first one is eBay. And on eBay, it's guys, I should say sellers, not guys. Sellers that won't accept best offers. Case in point, I've been watching a 1933 U.S. Caramel Lefty O'Doul for over 6 months. I tried to negotiate with him. He was asking $165. I tried to get him down to $125, which was $15 over the current VCP price. And he didn't accept. And now he's selling the car for $200 on eBay, and it's been sitting there for 6 months. Do you want to sell the card or not? I don't get that. So my big complaint is eBay sellers that will not negotiate best offers. They just like to keep it on display on eBay, I guess. Second one, ComC. This is more against ComC than it is against the seller. There is currently at this moment a 1933 Gaudi Joe Judge card that is, first of all, it's on eBay for $35. And I saw that the seller was ComC, so I went to the ComC website where they had it for $30 or best offer. So I said, great, I'm going to make an offer of $25. Well, in order to make an offer with ComC, you have to have $25 in your account. So it's like, I don't keep a running bank account with ComC. I promise you, if this person accepts my offer for $25, I'm going to pay it. I don't want to leave $25 in my ComC account just sitting there, maybe possibly gaining interest or whatever from all of us. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? I rarely buy from ComC, so you know what? I'm not going to make the offer. So ComC, please change that rule. Make it where if there's a best offer, you don't have to have the money in the account. All right, card shows. Those of you that watch my shows know this. Card shows, being from the West Coast, especially from California, our shows stink. We have very, very little vintage in our shows. When you go to a card show in Southern California especially, it is very normal for me to walk out within 5 or 10 minutes because all I see is modern basketball and modern football. And then you might get lucky and there's a guy who's sitting on a 1962 Topps Roberto Clemente in between his Luka and his Kobe and his Justin Herbert cards. So card shows are getting a little better with the Burbank Card Show, and the Long Beach Card Shows also are very reliable. But these other shows that call themselves card shows, there's one show in particular, Frank and Sons, I spend more time trying to find a parking spot than I do in the actual card show. So card shows on the West Coast need to get better. One case that a few people talked about, I do like this one, are the guys with the Pelican cases. It's like the second I sit down and notice a 1961 Whitey Ford or a 1969 William McCovey sitting next to a 1955 Eddie Matthews, somebody plops their Pelican case right on top of the display case. And the thing is, it's one thing I could say, hey man, take your Pelican case off. But also the seller sees the Pelican case and gets all excited and says, what do you got? And next thing you know, I guess I was only going to buy a couple $100 worth of cards, but they were going to make a potential sale of a couple of grand. So I guess I'm not that important when it comes to the card seller in regard when he sees a Pelican case. My other one that's kind of related, are there some of these guys walk around with what I call entourages? You know, sometimes it's just your wife, sometimes it's just your family, but also it's one guy looking at cards while his buddies, his wife, his baby stroller are taking up the remaining display case areas. So you can't see the cards because this one guy that happens to be looking for a particular card or literally just sitting there talking has 6 people with him, and all 6 people have blocked the display case area. So that's kind of frustrating when it comes to card shows. All right, next subject, LCS, local card store. I kind of have the same issue with some of these card store owners, not in regards to Pelican cases, but I do understand space is limited, but take yesterday, I was at the Burbank sports card show, store, I should say store. They have dollar boxes, and a lot of people are looking at dollar boxes on top of the vintage card displays. So I'm sitting there yesterday, I was trying to look, some guy they had a bunch of late 60s cards, and all I wanted to do was stare and see what was in there. But a guy who was looking at dollar cards had his box on the display case, which really didn't allow me to really check things out. And if there's more than 1 or 2 guys doing that, I don't have any room, or they don't have room to look at cards. I don't have this ability to look at cards in the display case. So card owners, do me a favor, try to find a table where you can put your dollar boxes so people have a place to sit and go through them while some of us look through your vintage card displays. My other card show or card store issue, no supplies. They only carry 9-pocket sleeves. What about 8-pocket sleeves? Some of us are set builders. So please, 8-page or 8-pocket sleeves are desperately needing. I totally get it that, the supply lines are shot and all that, but you've been saying that for over a year. You have top loaders, you have 9-pocket pages, you don't have 8. So please work on that. My last subject, YouTube. Granted, I've only been making videos a few short months, but I have been watching videos for a couple of years now. So I know what it takes in regards to, am I going to keep subscribing to this guy or not? And I would say that I could be in the minority here, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but if you're going to collect sports cards, you should be a fan of sports. I just don't get it. There are guys here that have no clue about sports. They're buying vintage sports cards like they're buying stamps or gold coins or something. They can't tell you anything about like a memory of this card. All of a sudden, you see some guy plop up a 1956 Hank Aaron and say, look at this PSA 5. What a beautiful card. Blah, 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 blah. Look at the corners. Look at the back. Okay, I get it. You're right. It is a nice card. But tell me something about the card besides that. Tell me something about how you're a Hank Aaron fan, or when you grew up, you went to a Braves game, or you went to a Pirates game, or a Phillies game, and Hank Aaron was there. No, all you do is want to talk about, okay, here's my Aaron card. Now here's my Willie Mays card. So I think that you should be a sports card fan. My brother, he had a vintage record collection, and I currently have the records in my possession. And the thing is, when you buy records, you play the records. You know the band, you know the name of the band, you know the songs, you're into the music. I see these baseball card guys who are total posers, and I'm not just talking about Sports Card Investor. You guys can jump on him all you want. I'm seeing some guys who claim to be vintage collectors, and I don't think they know anything about baseball, and I definitely don't think they know anything about sports. You talk to them, well, what do you think about the 52 set? and they can't tell you a thing. So as a Dodger fan, one of the things I always joke about is that there are Dodger fans out here that think that the Dodgers started with Justin Turner and Kiki Hernandez and Clayton Kershaw. But if I bring up that Adrian Beltre or Wes Parker or Ron Peronowski played for the Dodgers, they just look at me with a blank face. And that's kind of what I feel when it comes to some of these YouTube guys who are vintage card collectors. It's great if you're brand new into vintage, but learn about the history of the game. You don't have to like the game today. I know lots of guys that collect vintage cards that don't like the modern game, and frankly, I don't blame them. But at least know about the game and know about its history, know about some of the stories these players have. It's as easy as going on baseballreference.com and or Wikipedia, and you can find out a lot of info about some of these great players that you're collecting. Anyway, again, last one. Please pronounce your names correctly. Bill Mazeroski, not that difficult. Please pronounce it correctly. Anyway, that's my video response from Mike. Again, congratulations on over 6,000 subscribers, over 1 million views. That is impressive. I don't know how you did. Well, I do know how you do it because you're very good in the YouTube community, and the YouTube community has a lot to thank you for, myself included. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'm gonna have a video coming out in a few days. I finished my 1934 to 1936 Diamond Stars Dodger team set, and I want to show it off with you guys. All right, have a great day.